and welcome back to the Word of Dinky channel. I hope you're all doing okay and keeping safe. Now in today's video, you may have noticed the title, Did I go to university? Well, I'm going to answer that and I'm going to talk a few things over with you all, because I've been asked many times similar questions around a particular subject. So if you want to find out more, then please do stay to the end. Now, a question that I've often been asked is, did I go to university? And what did I study at this university? Well, the answer is no, I did not go to university. However, I did try it twice. The reason why people think that I went to university is because when I was 16, I left to go to a residential college in Lancaster. And I guess the similarities were the fact that I stayed there and lived with other students. And we went out, to pubs and stuff, just like most students do at university. But BC, which I'm going to call it for you guys, is not a university. It is a residential college that was owned by the Scope, which is a UK-based charity that supports people with disabilities. It's owned by another company now, and a lot of it's changed. So I'm just talking from when I was there in 2001 to 2004. So I was there for 3 years. And yes, I did stay there. I came home. You had weekends here and there and half-term holidays. And the term times are like school and college. So it is easy to think why people get confused. And another thing is that I was too young at 16 to go to university. I think you had to be 18 and over to go to uni. Although I did visit the university in Lancaster a few times while I was at BC, which were pretty cool experiences, but that is either for later on or for another story. And another thing that I want to clear up as well is I feel that people may think that I favour BC against my local sixth form, which is where I went for 4 years after leaving BC, and I don't favour one or the other. They are both completely different. Completely different. The main reason is because the BC was more about personal development, whereas sixth form was about the academic side of things. And you could come home at the end of each day and forget about college, apart from when you've had coursework to do. So I could do the work that I did in my lessons at BC in my sleep, but I could not do the work at sixth form in my sleep. I loved both equally and differently. At BC, I learned a lot about myself and awareness of others and disability in general, even though I had a pretty good idea of a disabled person because I am a disabled person. I've lived being a disabled person since I was born. So I didn't really need to learn any more about that as such. It was more about patience and learning to understand, and things aren't always as clear cut, and gaining your confidence and learning to be assertive and learning to be independent. Whereas at sixth form, it's not about that. It's about doing the best that I can in my work, in my classes, to achieve my A-levels and the few GCSEs I did, preparing for going to university. I have heard the odd saying that A-levels can be harder than degrees, depending on the subject, I imagine. There is a lot of work to do in A-levels. And if it's a subject that you enjoy and you learn much easier from, then it's not really such a chore. Another question that I've been asked is, how did I manage with BC with having ED? This is where I'm a little bit, not so much uncomfortable, but awkward. I have no intention of upsetting anybody. That is not what I want to do. I'm not singling anybody out. I maybe take a bit of responsibility, but at the same time, I was only young, 16 to 19. And as you say, as I said before, that I learned about being assertive and confident. And it's not always easy to apply that in real life situations. And when I was at BC, I had lessons Monday to Friday from I think 9:30 in the morning till 3 every day. And then it had an evening session from 6:30 to late every night, Monday to Friday. And then at weekends, the staff would take you out basically. Well, it's to town, food shopping, to the pub, going out for meals, cinema, bowling, concerts on a rare occasion. So that is already quite jam-packed full. And just thinking about that makes me tired. But I was also the secretary of the student council, which I can't remember if I was nominated on it or if I applied. I can't really remember how it. I think it was a bit of both. I knew that I wanted to be a part of the student council. I applied to be on the student council at school, but I was kind of brushed off, really. I didn't really get a chance to. I got a little student helper badge, which at the time made me feel a bit like, that's not good enough, that's not what I want. I want to be part of the student body and having my voice heard, and especially as a disabled kid. I saw things differently, and I would have loved to have had that chance at school. But anyway, so yeah, I was determined to be on the student council, and it was a way to get to know the other students more as well. And I was on that for the whole 3 years that I was there, and I really loved that role. And it was just basically meeting up once a week, typing up the notes, and then handing them out to everybody, which isn't always easy when you can't find particular students, or if you're just tired and just can't be bothered, you just need a break. And then in my living area, because in the college, you had different living areas, like I was in West Wing, this gatehouse, this long, short corridors, 1 and 2, on top floor, first floor, back houses, the independent living area. In my first year, there was actually a house down the road, about 5-minute walk, beautiful house. I remember in year 7, me and 2 of my friends had got invited down there. And me and my friend were like, oh God, wouldn't it be amazing if we could be in here next year? For our second year, me, you and so. And we were kind of like, thinking how lucky these girls were. Because there were 3 girls that were living in it, and a member staff on team. And they did have a student that was living in the ground floor room, which one of us could have had, particularly our friend. So there's no reason why we couldn't have stayed there. And we really liked going to this house. And it kind of separated the college. Obviously because it's in its own house, off grounds. But yeah, me and my friends were so keen on having the possibility of being there. And unbeknownst to us, the college was still in the house. Anyway, so yeah, there's different living areas. Some were just corridors in a room, whereas in my area, we had our own kitchen, diner, room, and a living room and our own bathrooms. And it was all girls. And I was there for 2.5 years before I kind of moved to another area. That's another story. And I got asked if I wanted to take the notes and type them up and give them to every girl, which I suppose was easier than giving them to the ones in the student council. But this is another thing on top of everything else. And in my last year, the staff had said to put a rota together for all the girls to wash up and to cook. But this was like to wash up there was like 9, 10 students, and then some of the staff helped themselves as well, so it's extra plates and food. So that was on top of it, and then we had our own personal goals, like little tasks that we had to follow each week. I struggled. I really struggled. I didn't really kind of just tell anybody how much I was struggling physically, and I think it all got to a point in my last year, about halfway through, and I just got to a point where I was just exhausted. I was just fed up with everything, fed up with feeling like I had so much expectations of me, and I couldn't do it all. I just physically could not do it all. And it's why I often got injured, so I had to take the occasional trip to A&E, which would usually happen late in the evening, so I didn't get back till midnight sometimes, even later than that, depending on how long I was in A&E for. So that was another thing that really tired me out, on top of the full day. Outside the room where I was in West Wing, there was a buzzer where students just press through the night for the night staff to go and check on them. And there was particular students that like to press it however often, 30 minutes, an hour. And because it was right outside my room, especially if it's like beep, 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 you'd just be dozing off, and this would be going off me like, ugh, just want to sleep. And then you had the occasional fire alarm going off through the night as well. You know, the night staff have got to eat, toast or whatever. It's a long night to stay awake. And from my first week that I got told, right, go to the fire refuge, which was another girl's room. Yeah, so per girl must have got startled when I'd come. I didn't charge it because I'm not that kind of person. I'd come in and say, hi, sweetie. Fire alarm. You can't mistake the fire alarm. So I'd just be like there, like, oh, I want to go back to bed. And I had to wait till I got the all clear from the next staff to go back to bed. But we were expected to go to lessons the next day. And as you can imagine, I was tired as. Like, some of the staff might say, well, you went to bed late. And to be honest with you, I sleep when I sleep. And it takes me that long to wind down. So if I'd be like buzzing. And because it'd be quiet, I'd chill out and relax more with my friends. And it was never that late. And now I got to sleep much later. Like, my mum's a night owl, and I think I've kind of took after her. But I do struggle to sleep. I don't always get comfortable, and that's why I often stayed up later than everybody. So yeah, it just got really tired. I come home from weekends or the holidays just exhausted. I just sleep the majority of that time I was home. And obviously I'd be raring to go back again. Do it all again. So yeah, I did struggle. And the college didn't have anybody like me before. So I think it was hard for them to know what to do with me exactly. And maybe I should have said, look, I need a break. I need just some time to myself, blah, blah, blah. But I never felt like I could. I didn't want to let anybody down, whether it's the staff or the students. I didn't want anybody to think badly of me. Yeah, I'm that kind of person who will keep going and going. And put other people first. And the feelings first. When I said before that it all kind of came to a head in my third and final year, things were starting to happen in my area, which I won't go into. Because that's, it's happened and it's been and gone and nothing against anybody. And then, because I was starting to feel really worn out, and I think when you get to the point where you're exhausted, and the novelty's worn off, you never get a moment's peace, because everybody wants a bit of you. I guess I was just fabulous. Everyone just got lots of me, and they expected lots of me. I expected lots of myself. And I kind of started to hang out in my room more, avoiding the others in my area. I remember going to see my friend a lot who was in the gatehouse. From my first year, I spent a lot of time going to the gatehouse. because I was seeing someone who was in a gatehouse from my first year. So I went over and saw him. And I got over this. The staff had changed by the time I moved areas. It wasn't an easy process, but I spoke to a key worker and I did ask if she wanted to come with me, but she was happy where we were, which I respected that. Although I was sad because I was leaving her behind, and we're very close in age. I think it's only like 3 years between us because they wanted to see what areas were free, but a girl had come over to the West Wing from the gatehouse. I don't know why she moved. I don't know if it was her choice, if it was staff's choice. I really don't know. It was never really explained to us why, and I guess it's nothing to do with us really. So there's her old room over there. So when it was mentioned, it was first it was on a trial, and I remember the girl who moved. She helped pack all my stuff in this big blue trolley, and she took it over. I remember clear as day. Like I was like, what? It's supposed to be a trial when they're gonna kill me. And this girl just taking all my stuff over. Yeah, I settled in really quickly. I was part of the family. A lot of it, I just felt a weight being dropped. And I felt like maybe they understood my physical needs a bit more. I don't know. Because I was very well cared for in the West Wing. I was, from day one, you couldn't ask for more. But I guess I did need more. And I just never really, I tried to speak up about it previously, but anyway, that's a different story. That's, and another thing as well is I was starting to go on my lessons late. I was depressed. Isolating myself, not on purpose. It just kind of gradually started happening more and more. And I'd go and see my friends more. Because she lived in the area for a short while. Personally, she got moved around quite a bit. And at first she struggled settling in, but she soon settled in and she was happy actually. And she could see where I was struggling with certain things that were happening in the area, and seeing how much more, I guess, emotional support. She ended up loving it, and I think she was made up when I moved over there. I hope she was. She seemed like she was. And I think it kind of, she was always there when I needed her, and I'm thankful for that. Thank you. My Scousey, my Scouse friend. Don't get me wrong, I got injured once in a flying cup. And it hit me, I ended up in hospital. I had my head glued together again. But yeah, I just felt like they understood my needs a bit more. And every night, because the majority of the students went to bed and they were in bed by 10, there was me, my Scouse friend, and then 2 others. They were just going to bed pretty much at 10 o'clock. So, and there was like 6 members of staff on each team. And for that last like 30, 45 minutes, we had like 3 staff to ourselves, me and my friend. And we were just able to talk about the day, and because like we got to spend that time with them every time they were on shift, it was just, I felt more comfortable being able to express myself. And if I said I was tired, they'd just come and check on me. And I don't want to like badmouth anybody, because at the end of the day, you connect with people, certain people more than you do others, and that's life. And I missed my key worker. I value her as one of my good friends now. We've met up a few times since I left. I haven't seen her for a while, and I do miss her. And looking back, I think we were always better as friends rather than key worker, key student. Because of us being so close in age and so into similar things, that the equality was better for us as friends. I think I have spoken to her about this, so hopefully she'll know what I'm on about. I wasn't getting as tired. I didn't have the buzzer waking me up because it was on its own building. It had its own fire alarm which never went off. It was really quiet at night time, and I wasn't. There wasn't so much expectation of me, so I did struggle. And I think if I were to go, if I knew that what I know now, I would, or if they had a student with my disability, I would love to be able to advise them on how to be prepared for that student and to make sure that they treat it individually. And they were brilliant with me. I can't fault them. And I do take some responsibility because I should have spoken out more. But when I did speak out sometimes, it wasn't always received in the way that I hoped. I'm not the best at explaining myself, which doesn't always help. Yeah, because if the other student like me, they need to be paced at their own pace, given time to have rest. So if they didn't feel like going to a lesson, then don't make them feel bad, basically. You know, let them have a morning off or an afternoon off or whatever they need. Because it is a very painful disorder. It is hard. You don't see what's on the inside, physically. I mean, I'm a happy, smiley, laughing kind of person. So it's hard to see what's going on inside of my body. Even if I am quite expressionate in my face. When I'm in a lot of pain. Unless I know you really, really well or feel comfortable. I'm more comfortable saying now. I say now, whereas back then I struggled a bit. Then sixth form is different. They worked my timetable around me and my needs. So I would have, like in my last year, I didn't go in on a Wednesday, and they would make sure that I would go in at 10 rather than 9 because I couldn't get in. And they knew that I did struggle with sleeping. So if I went in at 10, and then they'd give me one-to-one times outside of lessons, so that I didn't have to do, all I'd have to do at home is read if I needed to. But basically my coursework and everything was done when I was in college, which made it a lot easier because I could come home and rest, basically. But that's the thing, when you've been to somewhere for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and you go to somewhere new, you learn, and you try and make things more accessible, more to what your needs are, and I think it does make you assertive. So I did use what I learned from PC into my life at sixth form. So I did learn a lot at BC, just not academically, apart from when I had to go to outside colleges in Lancaster and Markham to do medium English GCSE, and I did an open course media studies. They were the only academic courses that I did. I wasn't accredited for anything else that I did at PC. Why? But looking back, I have fond memories. I cherish my experience there. I'm glad I went there. I'm glad I didn't go further away, like some people did, wanted me to when I was 15, 16. I met some wonderful people. I'm still really good friends with my Scouse friend, and the staff that I have, a lot of them on Facebook and Instagram, and it's nice to be in contact with them. I bumped into one member of staff at Wembley, of all places, far down in London, to watch my local team, football team that is. And that was awesome to see him there. I did think, would I see him? Because I know he has been to my hometown team a couple of times, but actually seeing him, yeah, that was pretty cool. And I've seen my good friend, who was my second key worker. I had 3 key workers all together. I've seen her quite a few times, and I hope that next year, because obviously this year's a bit of a write-off. So next year I hope to meet up with her and to catch up properly, Then I have other members, stuff that I have myself, Facebook and Instagram, who support for what I do. Check in on me. Now this is proving to be a really long video. And I thought, right, I'm going to time myself 20 minutes. Did I do that? No, because I have a rubbish memory. Well, short-term memory. I'm getting tired now. I hope that that's cleared up any confusion with regards to when I went away at 16. You can tell I've got fond memories just by my body language and the way I'm smiling. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you do, then please give it a big thumbs up. That would really help me to know that you've enjoyed this kind of thing. And don't forget to click on the share. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads on my channel. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will see you all soon. Bye!